A week or so ago, it looked like Penn State landed one of their next big wide receivers when Devin Carter transferred from North Carolina State to Happy Valley. 9 days later, he flips his transfer commitment to West Virginia. But fear not, Nittany Lion fans. They got their guy that they had their eyes on the whole time, Dante Cephas. It's a great time to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big Ten football videos all off-season long. Always crush that like button to spread the word of Big Ten Ted to the masses. When I look at Dante Cephas, I see a guy similar to Mitchell Tinsley, coming from a similar background to Mitchell Tinsley. Right, he transferred from Western Kentucky, where he was putting up 1,000-yard receiving seasons over there. He comes in and has a good season this past year at Penn State. Dante Cephas comes in with a very similar background. You look at this guy, nearly 2,000 receiving yards, 1,984 to be exact. The last two seasons combined, 12 touchdowns in the last two seasons at Kent State. He was a first-team All-MAC performer in 2021 and 2022. You know, when I look at Dante Cephas on film, not the biggest guy, not the fastest guy, but holy crap, can this guy get open. Okay, one big part to being a great wide receiver and being deceptive in your route running is hitting right at the snap of the ball, hitting those first 5 to 10 yards at the same speed and at the same effort level every single snap. And that's exactly what Dante Cephas does. Whether he's running a 50-yard go route or whether he's running 10 yards, stop, curl back, and find the football, he's running at the same effort level. He's running at the same speed every single time, and that allows him to really get open. That allows him to manipulate the defense, and that's what stands out on film to me about what he did at Kent State. When you look at the receiving core, when you look at Penn State and what they have coming back, I believe this is a guy that can fit in, but I do have maybe some concerns about the future of the Penn State offense. Okay, because like I said, this guy was a very similar to a Mitchell Tinsley. I don't believe Mitchell Tinsley stood out as a number one guy, right? You had Parker Washington in there before he got hurt, and a few other guys in the lineup as well. But I never did I think Mitchell Tinsley stood out as the number one guy in the Penn State wide receivers room. Now, that's what the question is going to be for Penn State, right? Who's going to be the number one guy? Now, you don't have to necessarily have a 1A type of performer. Like, you can have a receivers pass catcher depth by committee type of situation with Drew Allar in this offense next season. You look at Keandre Lambert-Smith, the performance that he put together in the Rose Bowl, he looks like the guy that's going to stand out. But you look at how he's done the last few years, maybe he hasn't gotten to that point that we've seen quite yet. Can he follow up on that Rose Bowl performance by going out and having a really good season in 2023? You look at Harrison Wallace, a sophomore last season, just kind of breaking into his own in this Penn State lineup. I always venture back to the 4-star recruit from last year's class, Caden Saunders. Although he really didn't see much playing time this season, I really think he's going to work himself into the lineup eventually. Now, I believe it's going to be Keandre Lambert-Smith that is going to get himself into that 1A type of role. But I wouldn't surprise me if Dante Cephas is in a 1B type of role in this offense. I believe this passing game is going to take multiple steps forward. That's how much I trust the ability of Drew Allar. And this is an offense that has enough in the receiving game to be dangerous. Because what do we know about this team? We know this team is going to be great running the football. We know Nick Singleton and Katron Allen are going to do their thing. We know that's the strength of this football team. That's why I'm so confident in Penn State in throwing the ball, because there's not going to be as much pressure on their passing game because of their dynamite run game and those two studs in Singleton and Allen that they have back there in that backfield. It's the perfect. When I look at Big Ten offenses across the board, when I look at Penn State, the first thing I think of is balance. This is a team that can run the ball when they need to. This is a team that will be able to throw the ball when they need to, and Dante Cephas is going to be a big part of that equation. One thing I just wanted to touch on here before I wrap up the video, Penn State let go their wide receivers coach, Taylor Stubblefield, which was a little bit of a surprising move, and it really happened the same day that Dante Cephas officially committed to Penn State. Not sure if those two things are intertwined, but just something very interesting. Taylor Stubblefield is an absolute legend in terms of wide receivers at Purdue. Watch out for that. Ryan Walters has been doing a good job connecting with Purdue's past. Maybe Taylor finds his way back to his alma mater. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Dante Cephas is going to be able to step in right away and make a big-time impact for Penn State? Is he going to take this passing offense to the next level? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Big Ten Ted. We will see you in the next one.